Welcome to PHP Podcast. I'm Mike.
And this is Orlando, and we're here for another Monday minisode.
Yeah, we still haven't got a cool little sound effect for our Monday Mini. So again, if you wanna help design the Monday Mini soundtrack, our little stinger,
Should be like Monday mini, and like
I don't know. I feel like it's all the
like
same.
record
I feel like
scratching?
that's kind of how ours have been. I think we need to do something. We need somebody to think outside the box.
But that's PHP, I think.
Maybe, I don't know. You let us know. Let us know in the comments what your ideas are for our Monday Mini sound effects. So yeah.
Okay, all right. So this mini episode, we're trying to keep it mini here. We wanted to share something for a lot of new resellers. So a lot of you have come on board and subscribed, and I know not everyone is new. These are just good reminders for me. I know that I wish somebody had told me like this is the way to sell on eBay when I first started selling on eBay. And again, there are no guarantees, but if you do these things, they are non-negotiable, and they will definitely help you pick up sales and build and scale your business.
Yeah, so we're talking today about 5 things that are kind of daily things you need to be doing on eBay or consistently doing in eBay if you want to be profitable, if you want to make money. So if we miss anything, let us know in the comments below, and let us know what are your non-negotiables. What are the things you do consistently to ensure that you're making a lot of profit on eBay. All right. So right off the bat, our first one is, I think probably one of the most important, and it's the idea of research, right? Because there are a lot of things that can get in the way of reselling, right? Like you can't always source. Now, depending on your job and your situation, you might be able to go to thrift stores more often. You might be able to do more estate sales, garage sales, sourcing RA, but there's still going to be limitations, right? Like it's not just 24 hours a day. You can source whenever you want and just have unlimited sourcing opportunities. Typically, people are going to hit some kind of a wall with sourcing, but one thing you can always do is you can always learn. You can always research it and you can always learn. And one of the nice things is you can go and you can spend a couple hours sourcing. You can buy something, you can turn it around for $100, $200 profit. And then that's all you have. You have $100 to $200. And that's what you made from that. But when you spend an hour or two researching a new niche, you spend an hour or two learning.
And it doesn't have to be every day. Like hour or two is a lot.
No, for sure. Yeah. I'm not saying that has to be that length of time, but when you
2 hours every day on your phones looking for solds.
The point I'm trying to make though is if you were to just compare an hour of research versus an hour of sourcing, in the long run, an hour of research is going to make you far more profit, right? Because you are actually learning something that you've learned a niche, you've learned something you can look up, that when you're outsourcing for the rest of your life, you're going to be able to make money off of that knowledge. So researching is something you should always be doing. So even when you're listing, right? You're listing something, use this as an opportunity for
throwing on a podcast.
Yeah. Listen to podcasts. But while you're listing, right? What are the solds? What are how are they taking pictures? Ooh, maybe this is a different version. What versions of this sell? Oh, next time I'm out, I'm going to make sure I'm looking for the red one, not the blue one, right? These are things that you can be doing all the time, researching, and you can research while you're sourcing. You can research when you're at home because you can't be sourcing. So research.
Yeah, and again, this can be done in various ways. It could be listening to a podcast while you're listing. It could be watching YouTube. It could being on social media, which I know a lot of people would say that's counterproductive. I would argue that if you follow the right people, they're constantly dropping knowledge. And so there's a lot of info to gain. But the key thing is you don't want to just go out there and just go, well, I'll see what I find and I'm just going to search it on my phone. Like Mike said, you could spend 2 hours doing that, but you may be able to gain way more knowledge and just spending a half hour, an hour, even let's say 10 to 15 minutes every day doing research. Now, the other one is, it's interesting. You said you can come up against a wall, but I would say you need to consistently source. And what I mean by that is you can't consistently list if you don't have consistent product to source. And so if you want to grow, if you want your business to keep going, you have to always find avenues of sourcing, right? So if you can't always make it out, then you have to find ways to source online, right? We have one of our, great listeners, Wayne at K-Way Shop. He sources all the time and does online arbitrage, whether it be Poshmark to eBay, whether it be eBay to eBay. If garage sales are the way you source, if thrifting works, getting a pallet. In order for your eBay business to function, you always have to have product to source to list. Because if you don't have product to source, then you have no product to list, and then your eBay store will stay stagnant and it's not going to grow. So I think you need to be able to source consistently. Now, does that mean every day? No, it looks different. If you're part-time, when I was part-time, I was sourcing Wednesdays and Saturdays, and that's all I sourced. I didn't source any other times, but still I had products that I could source consistently to make my eBay business grow.
That's right. And then once you're done sourcing, because you've got to source, you're not gonna be able to make any money. But a lot of people stop there, or they kind of outsource their listing, right? And listing has got to be something you do consistently too, because if you're not listing, you're not going to be making money. And we all know that, how much the algorithm is involved, we don't know, but we do know that listing is going to increase your sales. One, because you're getting items that has no eyes on it and nobody could possibly buy, to now there's potential buyers. And two, it's got activity on your store, right? You're showing that you're putting things up. More buyers are potentially going to be interested in the stuff that you have. And the algorithm may or may not be, favoring your store because of consistency with your listing. But we do know if you're not listing, you're not going to be making money, right? If your store stays stagnant, that's the worst place you want to be, because people kind of have this idea that you can kind of just coast. But I firmly believe that you're either getting better or you're getting worse. And it's kind of that way with the eBay store. If you let your store sit for a long period of time, eventually you're going to have a worse sell-through rate, and you're going to start falling behind in the eBay algorithm. So you're never staying the same. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. And one of the ways to ensure that your store is constantly getting better, that your profits continue to rise, is constantly listing. Don't let those items that you're sourcing turn into a death pile that stays for months and months and months and months. Get them up, turn that into more capital, and make more money with that.
All right, and this next one is kind of controversial, but we all get those offers, right? And sometimes those offers really annoy us, right? They may be 60% of what we're looking for, 70%. Sometimes they're 10% of what we have an item listed. But this is what I'll say: you got to find your comfort level, right? If you find something for $1 and you have it listed for 50 and somebody offers you 20, I'm not saying you have to take it, but if it's slow, sometimes you just got to take it. Right? Because in the end, you want consistent sell-through rate. So this is something new to me, and we're going to share this more on our podcast dropping this Wednesday. But it's the idea of consistently taking offers, right? If you're consistently declining or consistently counter offering, your sales will slow down. But if you're consistently getting sold. Remember, eBay wants to make money. And so eBay wants things to sell. And if things sell, they get their fees, you get your cut, and everybody's happy. And so I strongly recommend, if you're getting solid offers, right? To me, solid is 70% or higher. I would take it, right? If it's a $100 item, usually if it's 70 or higher, I'll take it. Now, it all depends on if it's something that, you hold dear to you. So if it's something that is, you're kind of like, this is the dollar I want, then that's okay to wait. But if you do that with a lot of your items, your sales will slow down. So I'm a big believer that taking offers definitely helps you in the search and the algorithm.
That's right. And then once you finally listed and sourced and all of those things, you're going to have some sales come through. You've accepted offers. You've got to ship on time. Now, I know as a buyer, one of my favorite things to see is as soon as I buy something, it's like, this shipped, right? It's like, yes. Because then even if it's late coming, I know that, the seller has got it out the door. It's not really on them anymore. Now it's, UPS, USPS. But if it's a day or 2 days or 3 days, and then finally I get an email from the company I bought something for saying your item is shipped, it's frustrating. It makes me upset.
It happens a lot.
It does.
On eBay.
It happens a lot. But if you can get that out same day, right? Even if you can't drop it off at the post office that same hour, if you can get that label printed and that customer is getting that notification that their item is shipped, or that a shipping label has been created, that's going to automatically create a little bit of connection between you and your buyer. You're less likely to have issues with that buyer because you're already starting off on the right foot. You're getting it out to them. And then you do want to get it to the post office or to the FedEx or to UPS as quickly as possible, because fast shipping, it's a competitive market. You want to be quick, and you want all those protections. You want to be able to say, hey, I don't have late shipment on this item. I'm getting stuff out on time. And it's going to definitely help you in the algorithm. It's going to help you with customers. And we find all the time, it's once we've created a couple shipping labels, sometimes it's almost annoying. It's like, oh, something else sold. It's like, well, that would have been nice to have known when we were in the shed pulling items. But sometimes that just seems to be the way it is. You start shipping things, you get things out on time, and all of a sudden more sales come in.
Yeah. And I've shared this in a previous podcast, but I do believe that eBay will only put your items higher in the search if you're consistently shipping stuff out on time. And what I mean by this is, let's say you have 30 items and you fail like shipping out 10 of them. I'm pretty sure that, the next day or so, you're not going to get 30 sales like that again, because again, they want their stuff out on time. So I'm sure there's some mechanisms in play. I can't 100% guarantee that, but I've had the moments where I've had late shipments. I've been on the road or something and I couldn't ship them out on time and my sales have slowed down. So shipping on time is very important. And yeah, at least printing out the label gives you some leeway. Just make sure that it gets there on time. So if you got to print it out and it has to be expedited because maybe you won't be able to drop it off in a couple of days, then you got to do that. But you got to stay consistent in all these. These are non-negotiable daily eBay things that you need to do. So consistently research, source, list, take offers, ship on time. And if you do those things, it should definitely help you grow your business.
Yeah. And let us know in the comments below. Did we miss something? What's something that you do on a regular basis that helps you out? Because we want to grow as a community.
And always make sure to like and hit that bell notification. And with that being said, make sure to be real,
Be relevant,
and be reselling late.
Peace.